Hi, this is Carolyn Jaymes from Holistic Campus, and I am here today with Maura O'Leary.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I thought it might be fun, Maura, if you and I, there are no coincidences, and you and
Oh, God, no.
such an interesting way. And I was hoping that you could talk a little bit about that and share that with everybody.
Absolutely. I'd love to do that. So I wrote a book that's called When Angels Play Poker, and it came out in May 15th, 13th, something like that. And it's a story about how the bottom line is how much you're loved from above. And it's a wonderful, inspirational story. And so I was on Facebook adding people on, and I saw you, and I added you. I was totally drawn to you. And I went and looked up and found out your book, which is an amazing story. It came out a month later. And I went and got the book. I read it. I found out there were so many coincidences in the books. And then I connected. Then I was reading the book, and all of a sudden I heard from Spirit, you need to connect with this woman. And I was like, oh, okay, I already have. I'm on Facebook with her. Okay. And it was like, no, there's more that you must connect with her. So I wrote you an email, and I said, hey, Carolyn, we don't know each other, but your book came out a month later, and I love your book, and I'm going to be at Natural Living Expo. And you said, I tried to get into the same week you had tried to get in.
Yep.
That I wrote to you. And I said, well, how about if you were part of my booth? And it's just amazing.
And I was so excited about that because I was too late.
And I was one that got the last booth.
Yeah.
So, but it is incredible how Spirit brought us together, and how just everything has evolved from there, and how connected we are in so many different ways.
Right.
But I'm so glad you brought me on here today, because I wanted to let everyone know that we're going to be at the show.
Yes.
And we're going to be in booth 42. And personally, I think there's going to be so much light and energy coming from us. It's just people are going to just come right over.
Oh, that's great. And it's in booth 42. Okay, so from what I understand, if you walk in the front, it's in the back left corner, I think.
That's right. So if you go all the way down to the first row, go all the way to the end, as you take the turn on that main back aisle, we're right there.
Yay.
So it's a really good spot.
Oh, good.
You know?
So, all right, so tell us a little bit about your book. I read it too, and it meant so much to me on so many levels. But
thank you.
How would you like to describe it?
So I would say that it's a story about inspiration, and the fact that there's somebody who was a con artist that died, skipped in, just made it into heaven, and he's there, and he's there, and he gets assigned to the woman who was actually his last thought, which was his boyfriend, his brother's girlfriend. And he gets assigned to her, and she does not lead the life he had. So he gets very bored, and he goes and talks to a senior angel and says, look, get me out of this. He goes, no, you're assigned, you know. He said, I'm bored out of my mind. And he said, this is what we do in heaven. We let people play poker, not for money, but we let them play poker so that they can, you know, during those not exciting times, and they get to be around other people. So naturally, he's bored. He becomes a great poker player up in heaven, ends up in a championship game. Really, you know, like you see on.
Don't give away too much, my dear.
Yeah. And so he ends up in this big game, and the one rule was you always have to watch what's going on Earth, and he wasn't watching, and something happens with Maura on Earth, and the story goes from there. Other angels get involved, and in the end, it's just a story of love and inspiration from above.
You know what it meant to me when I read it? What really came through for me was the fact that we can, you know, so many times we think all the beauty and whatnot that happens in heaven, and of course it's all there, but there's also some familiarity, I guess is the word I can't say right, but it's like, okay, so really all that stuff can happen just like it does here. And I thought,
it's like that's a whole community of love and joy. and they're happy up there. They communicate all the time with me. I get visions. I see them line dancing a lot. They come through with music, and I see them dancing up there. It's all about joy and love. Now, somebody did ask me, do they play golf up there? I've not seen that vision yet.
Oh, and I'm sure, of course they do. Of course they do.
But if they play poker, they must play golf, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I just am so, Spirit drove me to write this book. A lot of it is from above through me. Yeah. And I can tell you that it resonates with people in different ways. Mm-hmm. And I had that happen this weekend at a signing that's what brings me joy, is to see that it makes people know your loved ones are fine over and they're there for you every day, and they're watching over you. So,
which is beautiful. That's beautiful.
So,
well, thank you so much, Maura. I appreciate that. Anything else you want to mention? And we can.
No, I look forward to seeing everyone at the show.
I know.
And we hope you come by to the booth. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Maura. Take care.
Thank you. See you soon.
Yes, tomorrow. Bye-bye now.